Hi everyone, so here we are on week 3 of Bojack's box rest corral pen of shame, and as you can imagine the grass has pretty much gone and he's now just in a dust bath all day long. So we're currently at the moment giving him a little hand groove, but he's just been hot clothed before he's had his rugs on and stuff for the day, so I thought I'd do a little video showing how I hot cloth Bojack. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start off by popping a little bit of my Shapley's light oil, and then I'm going to empty a full thermos of boiling water on top of that, and I'm just going to leave that while I then curry over Bojack. So you want the water as hot as you can stand. So I go over Bojack using my curry comb. I do this to really get all that dirt and stuff to the surface. I mean, he's freshly clipped and we do clip him super fine, so 0.75. He doesn't have much hair, but I want to get as much dirt as I can to the surface and get out as much as I can in the curry comb. Even just currying over the horse will get out a lot of the dirt, especially when, I mean, we're on very sandy soil, so it's very light, it's sandy, it's very dusty at the moment. And as you can see, you get a lot of dust and sand out, and that's just one half of Bojack. I feel I should also add that I'm voicing over while I'm hand grazing Bojack, so if you can hear him munching away in the background, that's what that noise is. So I've added a little bit of cold water to the boiling hot thermos water, and then I'm going to use one of my, now this is actually from a car cleaning pack, but it's one of the really thick, lovely microfiber cloths. This is my favourite for hot clothing. You can use old tea towels, things like that, but I prefer this because I think these fibres really get into the coat and really pull out a lot of the dirt. So this was really holla hot, so I had to keep adding a bit of cold water to it to get it to a temperature that my hands could stand. And then you want to wring it out, and you want to wring out pretty much all of the water. You don't want a wet, sopping wet cloth on the horse. You just want a slightly damp one. So I'm wringing it all out, and then I tend to fold it into a square and then wring it again so that it's as dry as possible. So as you can see, he's still looking rather dusty, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot cloth him. I tend to hot cloth in sections, so it depends how dirty he is. So he had a bath 2 days ago and a good groom yesterday, so he isn't filthy dirty. So I'll be doing him in 3 sections. So I tend to do neck and shoulder, and you want to go back and forth. So against the light, little Bodie in the background, you want to go against the lay of the hair, and then your final sweep needs to be in line with the hair, so just smooth it back down. But you really want to get in and like really kind of scrub into the coat to pull all of that dirt out. Now you can see that line, all that dirt on the cloth, and then the line on his shoulder where he's had the hot cloth. I'm then going to go rinse that out again, really try and get as much dirt out as I can, and then rinse the cloth, and I'm going to repeat that over the 3 sections. So I tend to do neck and shoulder, body, and then bum, but I think I did it in 2 sections this time. It depends how dirty the butt is. Anyone who's got a horse on dusty ground will know they do like to roll, and I don't know why, but they get so much in their butt. So I'm going to do his entire body at this point. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth, but I always finish with a smoothing like swipe, just to lay the hair back in the right direction. And finish that lovely sheen. So I felt like the hot cloth, I still had enough kind of like heat in it, and it wasn't too dirty yet, so I went over his hindquarters and butt. As you can see, it just makes such a difference, and it really pulls out all of that dirt. It's something really nice, especially in winter. It's really nice if you don't want to give him a full hot bath, if you don't have access to hot water especially. A hot cloth makes all the difference, and there you have a lovely shiny pony. So next I'm just going to go over his face. I tend to do this on its own, just to really make sure that I get around the ears, make sure I go over his eyes as well, especially in the summer because the flies drive him mad. So I always like to give his eyes a good wipe over every day, and just make sure I've got any bits that I've missed. So I'm then going to finish him off, do all the other side, and then I'm going to show you how dirty the water is. Don't forget there is an accompanying blog if you follow the link below to give you a little more information about how and why I hot cloth. I wanted to add just a little bit more about some of the products I use. So one of my favourite things to use is the Shapley's, I forget which number one. I think it's number 1, the light oil. They do a light and a heavy oil, and I can't remember which is which number. So I only have the light oil, and I really do want to get the heavy oil because everyone really raves about it. But the light oil has been fantastic with him. I bought a bottle about a year ago, and I still have loads left, and I hot cloth Bojack a lot. So that is one of my favourite oils. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to share in the blog my own oils. So I make very simple scented oils for Bojack. So I use a really basic oil at base, and then I get some fragrances. So sometimes he smells like cola cubes or Parma Violet, just, you know, because it's fun to mix it up a bit. Another thing that is really good to hot cloth with is Dettol. So I wouldn't do it all the time. I wouldn't do it more than once a week, but in the winter I definitely do a Dettol once a week. So it's exactly the same, but in the water I add either a bit of baby oil or a bit of Shapley's oil, and then a glug of Dettol. So that's really good because it's like an all-over antiseptic, and it's really good for getting them really, really nice and kind of deep clean, and they smell piney fresh. So there you go, guys, that's how I hot cloth Bojack. Do you mind? He's being hand grazed and decided to walk across the entire field. Bojack, stop. Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, I hope you found it useful. If you have, please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more like this, and if you have any requests, just pop them below. Have a great day. Bye. Literally just finished hand grazing him. Oh, buddy. Does that feel better? Yeah. Got your layer of dust back on. Yeah. You're my handsome boy. You're gorgeous.